Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the Road to Millions. Andy and Steve from WagerTalk.com. First off, it's been a while. Most of you know what happened to me. It's good to be back finally here on Road to Millions. And we've got a great show for everybody on this Sunday. You're going to want to watch this show. We've got we're going to update our week, which has been fantastic. And then we're going to go into the betting lab. We're going to go over a couple of MLB player props you're going to want to hear at. That's really going to help your betting. And we're also got a little bit of nuggets from the NFL in preseason that we've noticed. And then we're going to go over our betting lesson of the week. This has nothing to do with handicapping. This has nothing to do with the numbers. This is a real life scenario that we can all learn from. Steve and I have learned from this personally. So we're going to go over that. And then, of course, the streak of the day. We're going to start right off with the betting lab. And guys, if you like this content, please give us a little like and subscribe. It really helps us out, lets us know that you guys are liking the content. So hit the like button while you're listening here to the betting lab. Steve, let's go into it here. Let's start with the NFL. And we have to make a couple notes on the offensive lines. The Panthers and the Jets been struggling. And you brought up the Panthers. I brought up the Jets. So we're on the same page here. What have you noticed about the Panthers? And more importantly, how can we take advantage of it as bettors?
Well, Bryce Young has been running for his life so far in the preseason. He's been pressured 42.9% of the time. He's been on the field, and he's had 5 series so far, and he's been sacked twice, pressured a ton, and he's only yielded 3 points on those 5 drives. So we're going to be looking at this team. He's a young quarterback, obviously a rookie, and with a poor offensive line, we're going to be looking at the opposing team's sack total or interception props for Bryce Young. Because if he's running for his life like this, and this is the preseason, I don't think it's going to improve when the regular season comes. If he's running for his life 50% of the time, then
what? They don't pull off the dogs in the regular season? What?
Yeah, right. So yeah, we're looking at opposing team sack totals on Bryce Young, especially early in the year before they can figure this thing out.
I have been on the record of saying that Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud interception props are just going to be glorious this year. You might have to throw Bryce Young in there as well. So
it's funny because I was kind of high on him coming into the year, looking at some of the weapons that they had and stuff like that. You can paint a pretty picture with some of the additions that they've had to their team. But if he's not getting the protection he needs, it's going to be a nightmare for him, obviously.
Yeah, I liked Miles Sanders as like a fantasy option before the preseason started. I had him pegged as somebody I would like in draft, but he's injured. The offensive line is terrible. I'm starting to sour on him a little bit. So I don't know how the regular season is going to start, but I had him circled as a kind of a guy maybe that player props would be good for to start the year. Maybe the numbers were a little low, but yikes. I have to pull back the reins on that a little bit. The Jets offensive line, I'm worried about it. You and I have obviously followed Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the best quarterbacks to bet on props wise. He doesn't throw interceptions. He throws the ball away. I'm wondering if we're going to get a lot of shorter passes if the offensive line struggles. And I'm wondering if the passing attempts for Rodgers is going to be a good bet to start the year. I just don't see that line holding up to where he's going to be able to stand in the pocket and let plays develop for a long pass. I'm wondering if we see screen passes. I'm wondering if we're seeing shorter passes. And, in Green Bay, he had a pretty decent offensive line for most of the time that he was there. I think this is going to be the worst offensive line that he's been behind, especially on that left side. If that left side is not good. So I don't know. I don't know if it's jump right in and take the chance with pass attempts, but Rodgers doesn't throw interception. So he's not going to force the ball in, but he is going to throw it away.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm not really sure what's going to go on with the backfield. Maybe they try and get the running game going, but that offensive line does have me a bit worried in the passing game. So just a couple of nuggets. Hopefully that can pay dividends for us when the NFL season starts, which is obviously right around the corner. Let's talk about MLB player props. Two guys that you want to go into a little bit in depth. We've been good in player props in MLB. It's just we've been better betting the money line and run line. So we really haven't had any official plays on Wager Talk in a while in player props. But let's talk Julio Rodriguez and Trey Turner. Steve, what have you noticed about Julio Rodriguez besides the fact he's been on fire?
Yeah, you can't get him out right now. He's in the last 4 games. He's 14 for 17.
Oh
He's
my
had
God.
four. He's had four straight 4-hit games, which is the first time that's been done, and the only time it's been done since 1925. And it's not a hot streak that's been like short term either. You know, he's batting 425 in August. He's hit safely in 14 of 17 games in August. He's just on fire, and he's leading off, so he's getting tons of at bats. And when you're looking at a prop for like a hits plus runs plus RBIs, he's getting on base and he can steal bases, so he's active on the base paths and getting driven in a lot. Yeah, there's no hotter hitter in the league. Unfortunately, his player props reflect it. The numbers have jumped up there pretty high. Another guy I wanted to talk about today was Trey Turner, though. Interesting hit with him. He took out that sign, the ad in Philadelphia saying "Thank you, Philly," because they kept supporting him, even though he was struggling all season long. He hadn't been doing much, but he's caught fire since then. He's hitting 14 of his last 16 games, and he's had 2 home runs yesterday, leading off also, batting at the top of the order for the Phillies. So or batting second, I should say. Sometimes Schwarber leads off too. But yeah, Turner has been on fire as well. So these are 2 guys that you can look towards for player props. Like, unfortunately, I said the prices are pretty high on both as well.
Yeah, he's not playing today. Mookie Betts has been on fire. We talked about that one on Friday, so you're not going to see a line out for him, but that guy's just been absolutely ripping it on, one of the best teams. So, he's at the top of the order, one of the best teams. So he's going to get a lot of at bats. He's got guys behind him that can knock him in. I don't know if we're going to get a decent price on him anymore, though. I mean, he was minus 150 over his HRR on Friday. That number is probably not going to be popping up anytime soon, unless it's a cold streak. So,
Yeah, it's a 2.5 at plus money, I believe. I think Witt Jr. is another guy that was a nightmare for us. You can still get him the HRR at 1.5 with a lot of juice, though, at negative 150. He's another guy you could look towards. That there are just countless hitters right now that are on fire. It's that time of the year, though, with the hot weather. Bellinger's been on fire since the
Bellinger,
All-Star
yep.
break. Yeah, there's been a ton of them that you can ride with these hitter props, and if you've taken them for a streak like we do over an extended period of time, it's paid off.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Once again, hit the like and subscribe button. And if this is your first time joining us on the Road to Millions, thank you. What is the Road to Millions? If you don't know, the Road to Millions is our program to help you increase your bankroll exponentially over a period of several years using the plays that we ourselves use for our own bankrolls. That's right. We bet every single play that we put out. We use wagers and markets. The books are not 100% dialed in with their numbers, and we take advantage. We look at our bankrolls like a stock portfolio, and we look at our wagers like investing in stocks, but with much, much better returns. Steve, the stock market is up 4.9% this year. We are up 85% this year.
I love it.
We bet all of our own plays, and you should as well. This is a new addition to the Road to Millions. I love this chart here. So the blue line is the stock market, and the red line is the Road to Millions. This is 2023. So if all your
Says it all
money's
right there.
if all your money's kind of in the stock market, okay. If you started here with us in 2023, you are all the way up here. And after the week that we've had, once we update this chart tomorrow, it's going to be way up here because we're having an absolutely fantastic week. So really proud of the work that we're doing here on the Road to Millions. What plays do we have up? We have our MLB play of the day, 23-12 in August. August has just been fantastic across the board, MLB especially. We're number 1 in winning percentage in 2023. We do have an NFL preseason play that is up. We're plus 85 units in 2023, and we went ahead and started the promo code early this month. So if you want to try a month of plays, just use the promo code Andy30. You get your 30-day pass for $159. That's $100 off. So great deal if you want to try us out for a month. That's what we recommend, trying us out for at least a month. And then if you see good returns, jump in for a year package. Or if you just want to try us out for the MLB plays, grab the play of the day today and also the NFL preseason play. I will have a UFC play up for tomorrow. Next week's event, Steve, is in Singapore. It starts at effing 5 a.m.
Oh,
here.
man.
It's
Brutal.
brutal. It's brutal. It's terrible. So, all right. So let's get into we did the betting lab. Let's go ahead and update the week here real quick. I mean, it's tough to pick a tough spot, and I will say, so if you guys or were living under a rock. I had an allergic reaction to medication earlier this week. I've been a mess. I'm finally feeling better. So we have not done Road to Millions videos this week. So I apologize for that, but we're going to be back doing those. And I do want to tell everybody one thing that we have changed. Bankroll reset day will be on Mondays moving forward. We were going to move to Mondays for football season anyways, because we wanted to reset after this the Sunday of football. We're just going to start early. So bankroll reset days are going to move from Wednesdays to Mondays. So tomorrow on August 21st, we will reset the bankroll, and I will show you guys how to do that on your bankroll builder spreadsheet. It's very easy. So we'll get the bankroll completely updated, and we'll show everybody the gains that we made over the last couple weeks. And it'll be on Mondays moving forward. So little housekeeping there. All right. Lesson of the week. I told everyone this is not about numbers. This is not about handicapping. Somebody asked about, could we do a lesson of the week? And this is what we decided to go with. Betting when you're sick. This is an odd one. This is something nobody talks about, but let's face it, we all get sick. So, Steve, I was sick this week, and you had allergic reaction to medication last year. So I thought this was a pertinent topic here. So I guess I'll start with you. Go back to last year. You were feeling terrible, and we have an advantage because we work together. So what was it like when you were really sick, and what was it like trying to put in bets when you were not feeling good?
Yeah, obviously, when you're not feeling 100%, it reflects into everything that you do. You know what I mean? And like you mentioned, having not everyone has a team to work with, though. So we have a team, so we were able to lean on each other as far as putting in plays and coming up with plays and stuff. Not to say that when you're sick you can't have some input, but when you're not fully focused and you're not fully with it, it's nice to have somebody to lean on. If you don't have that, I'm not sure. Might want to take some time off. At least while you're getting through the tough parts of it. If you're really sick with something, you don't want to have a couple of bad days and it just get worse and worse, and you have not thinking straight, and maybe you put in some bets that you wouldn't have afterwards. So it's nice to have somebody to lean on 100%. That's the big thing, is that when we've both been sick, we've been able to talk it over, have the other guy kind of take the charge, and that's been big for us.
Yeah, so we do have our team, and that's kind of what you did last year. I was like, I will take care of it. You concentrate on getting better. For this week, I was able to take a step back. Obviously, not everybody can work with the team. However, if you have our plays, you don't need to worry about it. Like, we will take care of that for you. You don't have to put in your own plays. Just follow ours when you're not feeling good. If you are not feeling good, just don't put in plays. And I gotta say, especially if you're on medication, I do not react well to medicine. Obviously, I had an allergic reaction, but you said it. You're just not thinking right, which means you're probably not handicapping right, which probably means your numbers are going to be off, which means your thinking is going to be a little bit off. And I know when you're sick, you're going stir crazy. You're stuck inside, and you're literally itching to put some bets in. That's when we got to show restraint. Don't put any bets in. Just lay off. Just it's not a good idea to make any bets when you're not feeling good. As frustrating as it may be, you're watching the game, you're not feeling good. Oh, I wish I could have some money on it. But it is so important to protect that bankroll, and you don't want to put in bets when you're not 100% focused. So the lesson of the week, betting when you're sick is just a really, really bad idea when you're not in a good mindset. Steve, the rule, 4 rules in the Road to Millions. We're aiming for 3% a week. Don't chase losses. That this no drunk betting, it probably should include no betting when you're on heavy
Right.
medication. It's
Or
kind
slash sick, no drunk slash sick betting.
yeah. So I want to start doing more of these lessons because I think I think these are really important, and these are just kind of things that nobody really talks about. Kind of like nobody is as transparent as we are with our bets. How we talk about the wins and the losses, but I think it's important to talk about these real life situations that are going to happen to all of us inevitably. So if you're not feeling good, just take a few days off. You're going to be way more happy if you don't put bets in as opposed to if you put them in and you realize you just made some dumb bets because you were on some Benadryl hangover. So, lesson of the week: if you don't have anyone else to work with, just lay off. Just lay off. But again, that's why we recommend getting all of our bets, because we've got a team that can help you out with that stuff. So, that's the lesson of the week here. So. All right. One more time, guys. MLB play of the day, that is up right now at wagertalk.com. NFL preseason play, that is up. Or you can use the promo code Andy30. Gets 30-day pass for $159. We are going to move to the streak of the day. And the streak of the day is a play that it jumps off the page until we look at it a little bit close and we end up laying off. So, Steve, the streak of the day is the Cubs on the run line, -1.5 versus the Royals. We're getting a great number here at -1.5, at -105. So it's a good number. The Royals are the Royals. The Cubs are playing much better than them, but it's not going to make it to the window. We're not going to bet on this. So what happened? Why are we not playing this one?
Yeah, so this series is this is the rubber game of this series right here. The Cubs covered the run line in one of the games and lost outright in the other. The thought here is fading Jordan Lyles, which has been a pretty profitable thought over the years, especially this season in particular. But obviously the Royals, we had some struggles against them in that wild. We didn't talk much about this. We got to talk about that Royals Mariners series was just wild, back and forth, comebacks at the end of every game. Every game was decided in the final inning. It seemed like that. But yeah, the Royals really showed some heart there, and guys like Garcia and Witt Jr. obviously in that lineup have been a thorn in our side.
Nightmares. They're terrors. Perez and Witt, I swear to God, Witt comes up to bat and there's two men on every time. Every time that guy's at bat, he's got runners in scoring position.
And then the one time we needed him to do something in that last game where we just needed a solo home run to extend it so we could cover the run line, he gets out immediately. But the reason why you don't take the Cubs here that I noticed is Kyle Hendricks pitching at Wrigley Field. He's really struggled. He has a 5.36 ERA at home, and opponents are batting .297 against him at home. And that's compared to a 2.36 ERA on the road, and opponents are batting only .207 against him on the road. So he's just, for some reason, really struggled at Wrigley Field. It's a day game, and it can get wild over there sometimes during the day. So that's the one reason why we don't take the Cubs here, is just because Hendricks struggling at home, and the fear, obviously, of these hot Royals hitters that have hit us in the past.
Yeah. Leave us a comment. Let us know if you agree or disagree with the streak of the day. Let us know your favorite bet for Sunday. What are some plays that we can cash in on? Please leave us a comment, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. So don't forget, tomorrow, guys, we're doing the Bankroll Reset Day, and we will have a lot to go over. Tomorrow is going to be a jam-packed show. I'm looking really, really forward to that one. Give us a like and subscribe. Don't forget to grab the plays at wagertalk.com. And if you like gambling content like this, WagerTalk YouTube TV channel has all kinds of shows. We've got the Power 5 that is Monday through Friday. We've got WagerTalk Today that is every weekday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And football season is coming up, which means we're getting Prop It Up on Friday mornings and Monday mornings. We will have a Monday morning edition of Prop It Up going over all of your best NFL games. And, of course, we'll have the Road to Millions throughout football season on Sunday morning. So thanks for joining us, everybody. All plays we found at wagertalk.com. Andy and Steve, thanks, everybody, and we will see you later.
Good luck.